What's going on, my crew? This is Rusty, and welcome to another episode of Rusty Builds. In today's episode, we are going to be going on a little adventure. I wanted to make an episode where we kind of chat a little bit, and this episode is mainly going to be focused on doing a little bit of exploring, seeing if we can't find any newer features or anything of that nature, but also looking through the swamp biome here, and just chatting a little bit about some updates, and of course collecting a few blue orchids because I love these things. One of my favorite flowers in the game. So last episode, I ended kind of realizing that I hadn't really come up with any ideas for the next episode. So I was like, okay, well, let's pause for a second and kind of touch base with you guys, because been going strong actually the last couple days on being able to get episodes out on a consistent basis, and actually grown quite a bit with subscribers for my channel. And out of that, I kind of have been sort of realizing that there's a lot of things that I can improve on this channel, and that I've been sort of saying that I'm going to keep improving, and I have been, but I wanted to do a little bit more improvement. So I was trying to think of like what could be done as far as video editing and all of that stuff goes on improving sort of video quality or what have you. And there's a couple things that I wanted to try doing. Let's go explore this village. That I haven't really done in the past because I kind of haven't been able to. And that's sort of being a little bit more structured, and I'm getting better at it, but I want to do something that's potentially even more structured than that. Obviously not something too structured, but really having a plan going into things. And part of the thing that's kept me from being able to do that is really comes down to, I think, are there no chests? Nope. Really comes down to just not having enough time, because I will make a episode on the weekends, and then by the time I'm making more episodes, it's kind of later on in the week. So just trying to get a little more organization in my life, which I've been trying to do for so long, it seems. And you know, I feel like I'm getting closer to it. It's kind of a progression, and a slow sort of over time thing that happens. But there really aren't any chests in here. This is, oh, there's one. But I'm really, I guess, oh, interesting, a book. I guess I'm really kind of enjoying where things are going, while at the same time wanting improvement, which I think is good. I think that's healthy. It's just, I think the expectation that I have for improvement and where I actually want, or where I actually end up being, are two different things. And so I'm just going to keep trying every week to do the best that I can. And sometimes that means putting out videos that aren't necessarily always what I sort of want. Like, to be honest with you, this episode, I'd rather be building something than walking around and doing adventures. Not because I don't like adventuring and looking at cool things, but more or less, I sort of want to make episodes where something's happening, that, you know, I'm building something, or that we're going off and adventuring in the Nether or something along those lines. So that's kind of where I feel most proud. But again, not to say that I haven't been improving, because I feel like what I've been able to do these last couple weeks is far beyond anything that I've done in the past, by a lot. So I can sort of go home, if you will, proud, knowing that. I'm hoping we might be able to find a ooh. What is that? I don't want to get spiked by a bunch of tridents, but I do want to check that out. Let's get closer. Oh, there's another guy right there. He also does not have a trident. Die! Die! Got him. Alright. Let's take a rest. Beautiful. And take one last look. What is that down there? Oh, that's a magma. And we got another drowned here. Do we have any actual... Doesn't look like we do. There's a possibility, I suppose, that there might be a... what do you call it? Ooh, Curse of Vanishing? No thanks. I'll pass. You can go away. Okay, yeah, so there wasn't really too much there, just a cool little artifact, but so one thing that I really want to do on this map and with building and things of that nature is really start creating sort of Skyrim-like locations, and by that I mean having areas where it's you know, building a little hut out in the middle of nowhere, for instance. Just something to really give the landscape some depth, more than we usually get with Minecraft in general. And I guess the thing that I want to avoid is sort of looking at all of this as a canvas that needs to be painted. And that's sort of the way I've always played Minecraft, is looking at all of this and seeing what could be one day, and not seeing that sort of step-by-step process in building, you know, like looking at this and saying, well, what lives here? Looking at the savannah and saying, what lives there? Seeing a waterfall coming down here into this riverbed, and thinking about how maybe from here to, say, over there's a big bridge that sort of hangs down low. Ooh, look at that. That's a full... Oh, we're gonna go explore that, speaking of things. But that's sort of what I'm talking about, is seeing these little different nuances in the landscape, and really sort of thinking about what used to live there, what should live there, what does live there, and not just thinking about that step-by-step process of filling those in as time goes on, and you know, expanding out projects. When we're done with one project, moving on to another one, and how to build those all up, and not feel I guess sad when a project ends and I have to sort of, ooh, wow, a diamond. That was unexpected. But yeah, just trying to figure out that balance, I guess, with a lot of these things is hard for me. It's actually something I'm trying to work on personally, is what does balance look like, and how is that all sort of factor into things, I think is important. Why is this not opening? Interesting. Okay. We got a buried treasure map, though. We're pretty far away from it, though. We do need to get ourselves out of here. There we go. But that's cool. Nice little ship. I also think that sort of spiraling outward instead of just building in different areas and popping around everywhere is going to be important. Sort of discovering the world around us, but also helping the world around us to be what it was always meant to be, I think is a good thought process to have. And as much as I wanted and still do think that I want to create some ruins and different things. Ooh, let's go check that out. I guess in all of this, what I'm trying to sort of say here is that I think I'm a bit afraid to move on from the current build that we're building. I think it's time to move on. I think the time is right to move forward onto a different palette, onto a different build. But I guess I'm just afraid of doing that because I really don't want to get away from this sort of feeling that's been really good there, of feeling like I'm accomplishing a lot, feeling like I'm able to see things and get projects done. But again, I think it's right to do that here now. I think it's time. And if I stay there... Oh, Silk Touch, that's huge! Oh man, I can think of so many applications. Oh, we are going to use that so much. Alright, let's head up. Yeah, I think that if I stay there any longer, it's going to zap all the inspiration away from me. It's not that I'm not inspired to do that. I still have things and projects that I want to do. But I think it's time to move forward into a different project. A project that is new and exciting and something that I want to do. Something that fits the space. So I need to take some time to think as to what that might be and what that's going to look like. And we got to head home, which is in this direction. But as I walk home, and as we end the episode here, I want to thank you guys for helping me stay inspired, but also I want to inspire you guys that whatever you're doing in your life, you know, don't get discouraged by the big picture. Whatever you want to do with your life, don't get discouraged by the big picture. Break it down into smaller parts and think about what those smaller parts look like. And then think about where you're going to go and how you're going to get there. You know, one day, hopefully we will have all of this stuff full of different things and names for different towns and have them full of villagers and all sorts of cool things. But also, I just think that it's going to take time. And some days it's going to be easy, and some days it's going to not be so easy. But that's the beauty of a lot of these projects. That's the beauty of a lot of these things, is taking our time and letting things just naturally happen as they will. So anyways, I hope that encourages you guys. I'm gonna head home from here, and yeah, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like on it, and if you really liked it, consider hitting that subscribe button. But until next time, guys, happy mining and crafting.